able to hear.
Find what political leaning what I can't say yet. Hold on. Hold on. All right.
I wish I could find this stupid ass thing. But okay, since I can, I'll just tell you what it said anyway. It was basically someone you sound like a pop culture fucking bot, or a pop culture psychologist bot that has like a mix match. You put in certain things and certain phrases come out.
Yeah. Oh, like what I believed about Zach Birchie until we saw a photo of him.
Oh, yeah, our joke about him being a bot.
Yeah.
Or like that whole thing with like the South Park's idea of how Family Guy jokes work, where they put dolls into
except
the
machine, except that isn't all that far off the mark. That actually is pretty much what they do.
Not meant to degrade them in any way possible. It's just that's the way things.
No. Seth has openly said, "Oh yeah, that actually isn't all that far off. There's jokes that show up many episodes later."
Oh, so wait, we're live?
Yes, we're not recording yet, but we are live.
Okay,
hey kids!
Because I was wondering whether you're going to do that, welcome to NTR Radio. My name is Time for Anubis. That whole thing.
Yeah, we always do that. I mean,
that's why I was a little thrown off.
Have we ever forgot to do that?
I hope not.
Oh, I can imagine that's funny. Hey, we're some fuckers on the internet, and
oh, jeez. So prior to this, I actually asked Anubis whether it would be okay for me to have a beer enema or a intravenous drip of rye whiskey during the podcast, and even though
make it more entertaining.
Even though he said he was perfectly fine with this, I realized that I do not have the time nor the funds to do such a thing. So unfortunately, all I am stuck with is my tasty pint.
In Japan, what's its face is a thing. Coffee enemas.
Yeah.
To help get the caffeine in your system get the caffeine in your system faster.
Yeah, you could just eat it,
Yeah,
it just sounds like something no one needs to do.
And I heard someone that was 14 had it and died.
I'm not surprised that happened.
I'm sorry, but if you're that stupid, I don't really care if you die.
I mean, I think there are easier ways to take that much caffeine into your body. I mean, most diet pills are mostly caffeine.
There you go.
I don't know. It's some sort of health thing. I forgot what the significance is.
Every enema thing that doesn't admit itself to be sexually related is somehow health related.
Oh, dude, I had in my wait. All right. Before we start, I gotta tell you this real fast. Okay, I had a teacher in high school, senior year, and it was like a health class something, and he was telling the class about he would have his enemas, health reasons, and also he used to bring in what's called grass juice and drink that.
Yeah, I could have lived without knowing that.
Yeah, that sounds so lovely. Like that was a piece of information.
TMI guy.
That was a piece of information I absolutely needed in my life. So thank you so much for telling me this.
I could have lasted my entire life not knowing any of that. I somehow don't feel any more fulfilled knowing it now.
I don't know. There's a certain part of me deep down in my left cockle that feels more fulfilled after watching that.
I love how he was younger than my mom, but he looked much older than my mom.
Some people that grass juice.
Yeah, I love the fact like my mom, she has the rheumatoid and all that. She still looks young it looks pretty good for her age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hard living, dude. grass juice, the V8 makes you fucking it makes you look like the dude from Indiana Jones,
Mm-hmm. Well, as Yeah, the grass juice ain't providing him with enough nutrition. That's why it looks the way he does. Looks so fucked up. But if he listened to Lewis Black, he would know the secret for living a healthy and long life.
Oh, it's Thunderbird.
Yes, Thunderbird and Fatback.
Fried and Fatback. Or bacon.
Fatback.
No, he said bacon was too lean.
Oh yeah, he said bacon was too lean. He said bread, fried, and Fatback. That was it.
Yeah.
I also love how this teacher in high school got a very fact particularly wrong about what the function of testicles.
The function of what?
What teacher was this?
A health class. Okay.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Testicles.
Our educational system, ladies and gentlemen.
Your testicles are away from your body, so that your sperm is cool, and they only retract in for, but they. You know, sperm and body temperature don't mix. That's why they're out. But he got that messed up.
Really? He's a health teacher. He's supposed to know this shit.
That's really bad.
But
what Anubis said.
It's not the thing that you could say out loud to the class because of what it is. I think I told him only after.
What do you mean you can't say it out loud to the
say
class?
that out loud. Shit.
Because
he's wrong.
I remember saying in my health class, you know, where they showed us the picture of the cauliflower dick. That.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
The cauliflower.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to.
That didn't need to happen.
I'm just saying.
They never showed us any like STD things, and
I'm just saying.
They didn't us either.
They did in one of my health books. I remember they did in one of my health books, and it was really gross because it was like the X-ray looking shit.
Of course, it was really gross.
It always is really gross. I think that's the whole fucking point.
Exactly.
It's not like that's kind of a duh statement. It's not like, hey, you look at Hep C under a microscope and it's like, holy crap, that looks like Skittles, man.
Yeah, exactly.
None of you guys watched my thing with Josh from 2 weeks ago, right?
Not yet.
No.
Still plan on watching it.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll get to it. But yes, what he said about being no wait, your image is to the left of me, so I should be pointing this way.
Yeah.
Actually, there's no telling where it will be when we start recording, so it's a crapshoot.
So I should point in both directions.
Yes, possibly up and down. We don't know.
It's gonna be like the Wonka Vader, you know. It goes up, down, sideways, long ways.
Can it do a 720 inverted spin?
Sure, why not? the schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
So does that mean that they taste like boogers?
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. All right, are we ready?
Let me just see if I can get this one thing onto the thing here.
They got to get this one thing onto the thing here.
This is a technical term.
It's a technical term.
Yeah, you know, it's the thing.
Is it going to do it?
Yeah, y'all brought off this season already.
Is it going to do it? Is it going to do it?
Y'all brought off this season already.
Yeah, that's...
Is it going to do it? Is it going to do it?
Oh,
it's doing it.
Doing what? What is it? What is it? What is it doing?
The thing's going on to the thing.
The thing is going on to the thing.
This technical language, you must...
The thing... Look, the thing is going into the thing.
No, not into, onto.
Okay, yeah. You're going to have to...
So the thing's going on to the thing. It's like this.
So
is it Kaisuri?
No, that's in between the thing.
No.
It's going on to... It's resting on top of the thing.
So it's a flat chest? You're rubbing on the flat chest?
Look, dude, I don't understand JavaScript.
The thing is going onto the other thing.
No, things here.
This technical language I do not understand. Please, I know that you are all rocket scientists, but have some decency and some courtesy for a layman such as myself.
The thing's here. All right, we can start.
All right. I have no idea what that was about, but
No, it was a music track I plan on playing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Tasty.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome to NTR Radio. I'm Tom Enforcer Anubis.
K-Gods.
And I'm everyone's favorite type beef anime fan, VZ Mark II.
The dichotomy is a lie. We have a guest.
Say hello.
Hello, my name is Villainous Hanacha, a.k.a. the Mad Villain, a.k.a. Lucius Left Foot, a.k.a. the Vaude Villain, a.k.a. Daddy Fatsacks, he who is cooler than a polar bear's toenails. Yeah!
Is that the entire name? Do you have to say the yeah at the end of it? Is that like a Tribe Called Quest? You say the whole thing?
Yes, it is like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
There you go.
He's a man of many names.
Yeah, he's like Apollo Creed. You know, the master of
Many
disaster.
titles, yes.
Yeah,
The master
the king of Sting.
Dude, I'm sorry, but I do not take well to such a comparison. I am leagues beyond such things. Of course.
Naturally, of course. So it's been a little while.
It's been 2 weeks, like it's always been.
I know. I just like saying that. So it actually hasn't been really all that far.
Yeah.
But the new season started.
Yes.
Yes, it has.
Yes, it has.
Lots to talk about.
Yeah. I think I'll go first.
Actually, let news statement first.
All right.
Right Stuff, Gundam. Google it.
It's happening.
Yeah, they're starting with the original series, Double Zeta, Turn A, and someone got the license, but it's gotten licensed, but they haven't said if it's Right Stuff yet for Reconquista.
So
I wouldn't be surprised if it is Right Stuff.
Yeah, but here's my thing: not all of that, especially not the series, but stuff like movies and OVAs, just experiment. Those have to be on Blu-ray.
I gotta get Gundam X.
I don't know. Some things I'd like to see on Blu-ray, but then some things that
I don't care if it's on Blu-ray or not.
It doesn't really matter to me. Like, I'd still buy it if it's on DVD.
No, but I'm just talking about,
it would just be
like,
kind of nice, even though I don't really have a Blu-ray player in my room yet.
I know, but I'm just saying, Charge Counterattack and F91 on Blu-ray.
Yeah, let's not tell them what to do. They're the ones getting to license it.
Yeah.
And technically, we can. We're the consumer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Take that.
That's the market.
Oh, yeah. Later on, I got a story about telling stuff about the company.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, I have Aniplex vibes.
No, not Aniplex. No.
Oh.
That's an interesting story that we'll have to get to later on.
Yeah.
So,
Foreshadowing.
Yeah. Woo!
All right. So this season, first up. All right. Out first. Amagi Brilliant Park. I fucking love
It's good
it.
to watch it. Everyone's pumped about it.
I love that show. I love the shit out of those first 2 episodes, man.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. First off, how great is that opening?
Oh, I love that opening.
Look at the giant magical.
Yep.
I mean the whole thing, like just the visuals, the whole bit.
Yeah. I love, what is it? Now everybody's going for Isuzu because of her body. And yeah. You know, but I'm actually liking the princess a little bit more.
I don't give a fuck about the princess. Listen, all right, those thighs.
Yeah.
Isuzu really does have a rockin' body, though.
I'm saying,
like for real.
It's unreal, and it's actually thankful that we're actually even getting to see it because the art style is reminiscent of a Kyoani that's pre-K-On, but the fan service level is also reminiscent of a pre-K-On Kyoani, perhaps even more so.
I mean, no, the style of the art style is now for Kyoani, but the fan service is pre-K-On. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, I completely got lost there.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a mistake on my part, but it's a level of fan service that we're generally
not used to seeing from them.
Yeah.
And it's really nice because, you know,
that was a mandate from the light novel author, is keep the fan service.
Seriously, we need to see Mountains of Might here.
But yeah, like in the first episode, us seeing her like in the bath, and like after her taking a bath, like that Kyoani would never normally do that.
No, not usually. But how many people were there to screen cap it?
Huh.
Oh please, there's like a thread on A all the time.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
But hey, who doesn't like her? Who? Oh, I imagine Anubis will be conflicted about this character in the sense that that's an interesting way to ask somebody out on a date.
At
gunpoint.
Yeah.
At Arquebus point. Let's be very exact here because
we gotta be technical. We're talking about put the thing on the thing. All right, we gotta be technical with this.
Right. Exactly. The thing I like most about it though is actually the musical cues.
Yeah. Also, it's funny a Moffle and the main character.
Oh yeah, Bunta-kun.
and how the lead guy like called Moffle like a copyright infringement. Yeah. And actually speaking of that guy, I actually kind of like him too as far as male leads go. Even without the superpower that he gains later on, it's like he's actually fairly perceptive.
Well, I love the fact that he's incredibly narcissistic. That's really funny.
Yeah.
But he's got the looks to match.
Yeah. I really like the princess though. In the light novel, she's supposed to be blind.
Nah.
And I wonder if they're gonna reveal that she's actually is, and that she has the powers to see beyond.
You're forgetting the most important thing, and that's the dojins that are gonna come out of this.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
Let's go Comic-Con.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Isuzu dojins. I'm waiting for that shit.
Yeah, I mean.
But hopefully none of that, the masturbation with arquebuses.
I just don't want to avoid
I'm on board with that. I hadn't had that idea, but let's go.
Okay,
I'm just worried about the scat.
Okay, next thing. Gundam Reconquista in G.
Now see,
I'm having a great time with it.
I have not watched it yet.
Really?
I have it set up to watch it, but I didn't watch it yet.
I won't spoil it, but I'm actually liking it much more than I would have thought.
I'm liking it a whole lot. I love the art style.
Yeah, it's interesting how it looks more like actual scanned line like art instead of illustrated.
Man, I thought you just said Scandinavian.
What? Where did that come from?
Your voice did this weird blurb thing in my headset, and it made it sound like you said Scandinavian.
Scanned line art, scanned art because it has that break up in the line, sort of pencil-y, and so it gives it a very old school. And it actually has a very old school style, which is probably one of the.
Yeah, it does.
I'm liking the design. I'm liking the mecha design.
I love the mecha designs.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, but I'm liking some of the other ones though. The Gundam looks really nice. The
Gundam looks great. I'm liking the grunt mecha.
Yeah, the brown one.
The cat sits and the worker robot.
Yeah. I'm also.
Which stuff in my mind right now.
Also, the one that hasn't been introduced, but it's in the intro. No, actually, the end. The red and gray one. That's another Gundam. That has some other name. I don't like the Gundam is called G-Self.
The G-Self.
Yeah. And yeah, there's the Indian girl that goes
G.
Go G yourself.
Gundam G-Spot.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna happen.
She'll get specific instructions of where to find her G-Spot.
Dude, Tomino names, Tomino.
Yeah, that's if you know Gundam, that's all you need to know.
Everything's gotta have G.
Any one of his, if you ever seen Elgheim or Ideon, those have some, and Dunbine, those have some, pretty Tomino-ish names.
Oh, yeah.
okay, of course, the new Build Fighters.
Mm-hmm.
That I haven't seen yet, but everyone's pumped about it.
It's more the same, which is fine.
Of course. It's great.
I'm actually rewatching the original one to kind of prep for it.
I'm still catching up on the original one, but I'm probably going to just watch both simultaneously.
No MILF.
Naturally.
But
so it's no longer MILF fighters, is what you're saying.
That makes me a sad panda.
No, but there is a slightly voluptuous character who's who seems to be very into Xeon.
Okay, I'm on board.
Sold.
Downloading it right now.
And apparently, I think she's the cousin or the sister of the one that was with the Gain from the last season.
Oh, okay.
That a-hole?
I believe so. I think they're related.
Wow. That's sort of dumb to me. I hate the Gyan. I really do.
Hey, at least it doesn't have a dick.
At least it's not the Memphis. It's not that bad.
Yeah, the hook crotch. That's always a great mecha design to have.
Oh,
this
You're gonna put every single weapon system inside your shield. Like, what sense does that make?
Flying around, getting caught on space, fucking equipment.
Like what? Makube designed that thing, right?
I know he pilots it. I'm not sure if he designed it.
I know he pilots it. I think he might have designed it. If he did, I'm not surprised because he's an idiot.
I still think that having some of the weapon systems in your shoe would be good because, yes, this is unrelated to Gundam, but bear with me. How the hero in some of the Fire Emblem games sheathes his sword into his shield.
Oh yeah, no, that's great because one of my favorite mobile suits, the Goof Custom from 8th MS Team, does that. It's got a lot of the weapon systems are involved with the shield in that. It's got the swords in the shield. And then it's got the Gatling gun that's mounted to the shield, and then it's got the 3-barrel machine gun that's underneath the shield, but it's not all in the shield. If the shield gets destroyed, it still has that machine gun, and it can just pick up its sword.
Well, Anubis, now you know
everything is mounted inside the shield. If
now
the shield
you know why.
You're done.
Now you know why the Gain was only in one episode.
Yeah,
also,
because it was a dumb mobile suit design and got wrecked like it should have.
No, this girl has a suit that looks similar to the Gain, but it's from Double Zeta.
I'm sort of. I'd have to see it.
Yeah.
I'd have to see it to decide whether I'm on board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now there's some other ones. I watched the one. And you watched this too, Villainous. The one called the Ordinary Battles in High School.
Yeah, Ino Batsuru wa Nichijou kei no naka de, I think.
I swear to God.
I don't know.
So done with these long titles.
But this is the one by Trigger. This is the one by
right.
Studio Trigger Warning.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what the actual.
Hold on. What's the name? When supernatural battles become commonplace. Yeah, that's the one where the Chuny characters get superpowers, but they don't.
Holy shit! I got the Japanese title right on the first try. Fuck! I feel accomplished.
Yeah. What's great about that is the main character, who's a Chuny, ends up getting like a useless power.
Oh god!
So he's like Monty.
It's actually more to.
It's even more useless.
No, it's think.
How can you be more useless than having an abstract power like Heart?
At least Heart does something every now and again.
You gotta think like Meg in the Family Guy episode when they all had superpowers and all.
Oh yeah.
It's like that. I can make. Yeah, all he does is he makes a little black ball of energy.
It's a black flame, and
and he talks to it at night.
He can only create like a one it's about the size of like a person's head, and it's lukewarm. That's the best fucking part about it. It can't catch other things on fire. It's just lukewarm.
And it also what is it? He talks to it at night.
And he wakes up to it in the morning. I can only imagine what he does when he's looking at something that gets him hot and bothered.
No, but K-God, you know how you said you like lolis that are deadpan?
Oh yeah.
There's one of those
in my favorite kind.
There's one of those in this show.
whether it be like Ruri or
yeah, she's in that role.
What's her name from SYD?
Suzu.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, she's kind of like that. She's
all right.
There's one of those. What else did I watch? I watched and dropped a bunch of stuff too, as usual.
Yeah, I have a couple of those.
Do not watch even for lulz. Do not watch Twin Tails.
Twin Tail.
I've heard some people say it looks kind of crappy.
Yeah, it's got not very good production values, and it's not even like I can't even like laugh at it the way I wanted to.
And see that's a premise I could love. It's Twin Tails.
Yeah, it could have been like really funny, but it's just
They dropped the ball.
Yeah. I saw that one.
Denkigai no Honya-san?
Yeah, it's okay, but
Yeah, it's ideally it's something that should be both up my and VZ's alley perfectly, but it's really lukewarm is probably the best way to describe this.
I also saw
show.
that 3-minute episode thing, the one I don't understand what my husband is saying.
What a name!
I want to watch that one because the premise of that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually decent. I don't think I'm gonna continue, but you might get a laugh out of it. I mean, it's the main character's an otaku, and the wife doesn't understand anything that he says.
Yeah, that's why I'm pumped about it.
Yeah. No, okay. The last thing I watched, which was today, is Girlfriend Beta. All right. Now, first off, ANN.
I just watched that too. I just watched that too today. So. Yeah,
ANN. Listen, it is not based on a visual novel. It is an online. It's a cell phone game. All right. It's like Love Plus. It's a cell phone card thing, and there's no male protagonist. You are the male. You know.
Even if you have a vagina, you are the male protagonist.
All right. Yeah, it was a slow first episode, but trust me, I'm sure it's gonna get really good because holy shit, it's basically what I called it, Moe Avengers, Moe Seiyu Avengers. But I like the
they cover all the fucking bases in that show.
The fact that sounds suspiciously in the almost even in the realm of the Mauve Avenger scares me.
Nearly every Moe Seiyu is in this.
It's an all-star cast, and thankfully none of them are Eugene. Feezy's like, what the fuck are they laughing at?
Not calling our go-kart the Mauve Avenger.
I don't know.
To be fair, he's right. I would have argued against that.
No, I'm not calling it the Mauve Avenger. You kidding me?
Get the fuck out of here.
Both of the names that was derived from are better than the Mauve Avenger. That is something that is less than the sum of its parts.
I saw the other day the Idolmaster movie.
How was that?
I gotta be honest. It's not the best of Idolmaster has been. I still watch. I mean, it's still it's Idolmaster, so of course I'm.
Here's my real question: how's Miki in that?
Yeah.
Important questions.
She goes to Hollywood.
I need to know.
She goes to Hollywood.
There we go.
Honey.
You understand? That's my airplane. It's the Miki Hoshi, either the SU-30, 35 or 37. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or the SU-47.
It kind of drags on in the middle. Is the movie.
All right, everybody stand back because I'm about to go on a rant.
Uh-oh.
And it has nothing to do with Idolmaster.
See, I can roll back because I got the new chair.
Awesome. Okay, so against my better judgment, I watched Cross Angie.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me get to it, okay? It's called that because her actual name is Angelise, if I remember. Angelise. Yeah, I dropped it after that second episode.
There you go.
Okay, let me explain why. All right, first off, this is Sunrise the anime.
What?
And when I say that, I mean from 2002 to now. It's Sunrise the anime. There are parts directly lifted from Gundam Seed and Destiny and Code Geass.
Wow. Well, yeah, it's
Code Geass I'm on board, but the other two.
No. When I say ripped off or lifted, I mean visually. I mean they traced the scene.
Really?
It like there were parts where I'm like, is this like a parody or something? What the fuck?
Did I pop in the wrong?
It's the same director. It's Fukuda.
Yeah, it's Fukuda. I know it is. That explains why it sucks.
Shots fired.
Now, explain
the
part that made everyone lose their shit with the show.
Okay, I'll get to it. Okay, first off, in the opening, again, all you have to do is watch the opening. If you've seen the Seed or Destiny openings, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's like, wait a minute, what? You know? Like, they literally lifted that scene and just threw a different character in the exact same pose, you know? I mean, I guess because it's, Fukuda and it's also Sunrise, it's not really technically ripping it off. It's recycling.
It's still bad, though.
Yeah. It's like,
not Sunrise being cheap, it's just him being a cheap director.
It's just him being Fukuda.
Broken his own ego.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Anyway. He made except for Code Geass.
Let me give you some highlights from these two episodes, shall I?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Okay.
What it really means are lowlights.
Well, okay, highlights of bad. Highlights bad squared.
Highlights in quotation marks.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Anyway, all right. Some of the things. The world is basically, dystopian kingdom. Big surprise.
Naturally.
Okay. Here's the thing. All right. We got this thing called like the Light of Mana, and that's kind of like the power where all these nobles and stuff, that guide their kind of way of doing things, right? Yeah. And the people that don't have it, of course, are the untouchables. They're Norma is what they're called. Yeah. It's like, wow, they had no creative input when coming up with this name. Norma, really?
Yeah.
Okay, but the thing is people that are
naturals.
I don't know, for some reason this still is more bothersome.
Well, no, natural sounds alright.
Now apparently there's mecha in this.
You drop the L from normal.
Yeah, who cares about there being mecha in this? That's a negligible.
Do they do do they do anything?
Well, I'll get to it. I want to rant here first. Okay, we got the Norma, and yes, I was doing the air quotes. Okay, for instance, like this one baby, they trap it in like this this pyramid prism thing, surrounding.
Oh, I saw a screen cap from that of a baby in a cage.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna try to get to that.
Out of context.
Okay, but anyway, it tries to move and it breaks out of it. So the things Norma do is they can break the mana or whatever. So they put it in this fucking like kennel cage. And it's just like what the fuck? And they're assigning it a number like all right, this is defective product 2.056F. and then there's the princess who's totally all Hitlerish, like once we kill off all the Norma, this world will be great.
So I'm sorry to interject for a moment, but Norma to me seriously sounds like the name of like an Italian grandmother or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they just forgot the L. Normal.
So it's like all the untouchables are Italian grandmas who make you pasta.
Right. Wow. It couldn't make it any worse than it already is. Okay. We there is mecha, but who cares? It looks like bad seed rejects.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly. It's like oh hey, this looks like the Strike Gundam except worse.
For me, that's
I like the Strike
cute.
Gundam, but I'll take your word for it.
Okay, it's got dragons, which in and of itself just seems weird as shit with mecha.
Dragons? You mean like flesh and blood dragons, not like
as in dragons, as in has wings, breathes fire, dragons.
Mm.
Okay.
Now, if it was the mecha fighting the dragons.
It is, but
I wouldn't even be on board with that. That just sounds like, especially if they look like bad seed rejects.
Yeah. Okay.
Right now, where do I jump off the plane from that?
Right. Okay. Well, anyway, here's what people were jumping their shit about outside of the baby in the kennel.
The baby.
All right. At the end of the episode, the princess, has the basically that turns out to be a Norma. After being such a Hitlerite, got to cleanse the deviant Normas. Turns out to be one, and then she's stripped of all her, her privilege. Haha.
Her so she's she's one of the self-hating bigots, as it were.
Well, she didn't know she was. That's the thing.
Oh.
She's like, oh no, and then they throw her like in this dank dungeon, and the officer's stripping her of all her mementos and royal,
I thought she was literally stripping.
Garment. A little later.
Okay.
Then they get this one Amazonian girl who's also a Norma to do it for her. And basically sodomizes her with this fucking artificial hand thing.
I heard about something with fisting.
Yeah, it is. She's basically strips her down to her birthday suit and handcuffs her with these things, and then puts this fucking robotic arm in her butt.
See, my mistake was watching Twin Tails for So Bad It's Good. Maybe I should watch this for So Bad It's Good.
No, it's not. I am Mr. Sunrise fanboy, and no, it's not. It's actually pretty bad.
So Sunrise, the show has princess sodomy. That's wonderful.
Here's another thing: the one brother who reveals that she's a Norma is basically a douchebag like Schneisel or Clovis.
Huh.
It looks the same, the pretty boy kind of type looks, and he also wants to bang, the sister.
Naturally.
They want to recreate the tainted family, the Blue Bloods.
Oh, there you go. Because that's a great idea.
Right. And it's just like, how many... You see what I mean when I said it's Sunrise the anime? It really is basically taking every rhetorical device they've used in the last decade and just kind of cramming it in there.
I got it. They saw what Tekken did to the 3D fighting game genre, said, let's do that. Let's take elements from all this good stuff and make a bad thing out of it.
Yeah, and we'll just add the sodomy.
Exactly. Well, Valvrave.
And the thing is, on the flip side...
Yeah, but see, Valvrave was actually good. I watched all of that.
And that's what I'm saying. Let's take all this good stuff and make a bad thing out of it.
They even included...
Let's take elements from Virtua Fighter, and then let's take elements from Dead or Alive when that comes out. Let's take elements from all these good games.
And then you end up with Eddie Gordo.
And then you end up with Eddie Gordo. And Paul. And Mokujin.
Oh, God.
I
forgot about the dinosaur. Don't forget about the dinosaur.
The Velociraptor with boxing gloves.
Yeah, where did the kangaroo in Tekken come from?
We don't know. It's Tekken. Assume it's Tekken. That's your answer.
They did hallucinogens, and then just like, hey, let's put a fucking kangaroo in the game.
I got a guy in there named Mokujin. It's made out of wood.
I said this to Anubis. I said this to Anubis. Like, when you can't explain something, always say it's because of pickles.
So on the flip side, Sunrise is doing Reconquista, which has been really good so far.
Yeah, so
here's what's obviously happening. All the good people are working on Reconquista and Build Fighters.
Yep. And basically, the people who were let go, or were about to be let go, said, "Oh, we'll just throw you in here."
They got their D, E, F, G team working on.
It's like, well, we really don't have a script. That's all right. Just start taking ideas from the last couple things we did.
Let's take ideas from the last things we did that got really big.
Is it based on anything, or is it just Sunrise original?
I don't know. My instinct tells me it's just Fukuda doing its thing, which in a post-Destiny world, that's kind of scary.
We're living in a post-Destiny world.
Yeah, and it is not good. So yeah, okay. Rant over. I don't want to keep going on. It's just 2 episodes enough. I can't handle any more of it.
I get it. Yeah.
I mean, the character designs don't do much for me. Those outfits are kind of weird looking, and a mobile suit.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the outfits. Wasn't a fan of those pilot suits.
Yeah, and it has nothing to do with it showing too much skin. I just think they look stupid.
Yeah, they look dumb.
Did you watch that one that was I forgot now. Did Sunrise do that one? Shit, I'm trying to remember. It was the irregular magic.
Mahoka?
That's it.
I didn't watch it.
No, did they actually do that one?
I don't know.
I don't think they did. But okay, somebody's gonna end up hitting us up on Twitter or in the email. Yeah, they did, motherfucker.
Yeah, someone will get at us with that. In any case, while we're waiting for that, that's the break. Keep right here on NTR Radio. That.
I will be right back.
Roger that.
Anubis.
What's up?
I know that the previous segment is done, but do you mind if we just, very briefly that I mention Unlimited Blade Works?
Oh yeah, certainly. You can do that right when the next segment begins.
Okay. Yeah. Just wanted to, because that's the only thing that's like me alone that I'm watching by myself that no one else here is watching. So
I still I don't remember when they're coming out, but when's the Operation Victory era thing dropping?
Good question.
That's Batista's theme right there.
Yes, it is. That's the thing I needed to put on the thing.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
I do like her theme, so thumbs up to okay. Yeah, my thumb is visible.
So how about that Gamergate? That's gonna be my new how about the weather?
How's that
local sports team?
Yeah, exactly. How about those assholes lying on those publications?
Yeah, how are my fellow misogyners and people with internalized misogyny?
Weaponized minorities.
Weaponized minorities.
Steaming piles of hot garbage was another one, I believe.
I love the fact that they think an insult, and I use that very loosely because that doesn't really even seem like a very good term for it. I love the fact that they think words like piss baby and shitlord are really doing a whole lot.
Honestly, the doxing attempts do more than that than their
sure they do.
More than their school grade insults do.
Well, right. One of my other friends basically said they take a noun, like they basically take a noun and add a random curse word to it.
Steaming pile of hot garbage actually does not include any curse words. So
No. I mean, I was referring to terms like shitlord, piss baby, and some of the other stupid things they came up with.
I don't know. Does piss really count as a curse word? Because that isn't part of Carlin's 7 words you can't say on people.
Neither is cum shot, but
okay, yeah, you have a point.
But it's still considered vulgar.
Mm-hmm.
No, it definitely is.
All right.
Are you wrapped in a blanket or a coat?
Yeah, I had a blanket there, but I'll put it down here. It wasn't.
Nah, he's converting.
I pointed it out. Now you feel self-conscious about yourself, so you feel the need to assimilate into the greater collective that is my heart.
He's going to do secret meetings where they sacrifice goats. Cloak and dagger.
We're gonna sacrifice humans. This right here is an actual human rib.
There you go.
Tasty.
Cannibalism.
Never hurt anyone. I don't know when I would ever say.
Wow, that makes absolutely no sense. Cannibalism, that never hurt anyone. You know that's got to be a fucked up psychological state when things have gotten that bad. When you're stuck at sea or something like that, and you're looking at like people and they start looking like food.
You start looking at the various aspects of their anatomy, and you start analyzing like picnic shoulder and baby back rib and like ham for their thighs.
I just got this bad visual of somebody turning into Yogi Bear, just like another picnic basket.
Oh god.
And then you knife him in the back and say, "Tell the other bears what you saw."
Oh, did you say knife? Do you need a knife, good sir? Because I am ready and prepared for the apocalypse, where I am forced to unfortunately kill every single one of you and eat you to obtain your power.
I would say to go after the vegans first, but you probably couldn't get anything out of that.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't be very nutritious.
That's more. The vegans are more. I would spend more energy hunting them than I would actually get eating their products.
Exactly. Ironically, you would use them as a meat shield.
I don't know. Their bodies might be too thin to properly absorb high caliber bullets.
What nutritional value would you get out of hipsters?
You wouldn't.
Hot air. It's mostly hot air, so it's really
plastic off those goofy fucking looking glasses.
Anyway, let's get the second started.
A lot of beard.
Oh, yeah, so plenty of that too.
Okay, moving along.
All right.
But
in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to NTR Radio. Two things before we get started on the second segment. Number one, Otaku Anthony got at me on the break, said that Madhouse was the one who made Mahoka.
Okay, yeah.
Villainous. You're up.
Yes, thank you. And this, I just wanted to cover one show before we head into the main topic, and it's one that basically I'm only watching, and it's just me amongst this group at least, and it's Unlimited Blade Works.
Watching it in the world.
Yes, I am the only one watching Unlimited Blade Works in the entire fucking world. The show was made just for me. Actually, if it was made just for me, there would be a naked Rin in the very first episode.
I was gonna say there'd probably be lesbians and all kinds of crazy shit.
But yeah, I'm actually quite kind of enjoying the fuck out of it. And something I noticed early on is that they had an hour-long episode 00, as it was literally entitled like with a 00. And I was thinking that they were doing something similar to Wake Up Girls. But then when the actual episode 1 came up, that was an hour-long too. So I'm kind of thinking that the hour-long format might just be a thing for this show.
Huh, that's interesting.
I'd be on board if more shows did that.
And I'm thinking, like, the last time I saw a show with an hour-long format, that was Katana Gatari, and they did one episode a month.
Yeah.
This is one episode. This is the normal broadcast schedule of once a week, and it's doing hour-long episodes. And I have to give it to UFO Herbal and say, like, there must have been some serious crunch time in that fucking studio.
There's some serious work violations there.
Let's try not to think about that too hard.
Yeah, it's bad. Just the bad enough 13 episodes, the horrible, stories and.
But it's just really nice to see. Like, it's from what I could tell, it's actually following pretty closely. But basically, even with like 00 and the actual episode 1, which is now 2 hours of content, we're still like barely into the story. Like, we're just at the point where Shido first meets Saber. So like,
wow, really?
And yeah, 2 hours of content, and we just got to Shido meeting Saber.
They're taking their time.
That's the thing about when UFO does things that are related to the Nasuverse. It's slow. It's slow on the up.
Who did the original Fate Stay Night show? Because I've seen screen caps and holy shit, does that look awful?
Because it's Dean.
Oh, hey, Dean has made some nice stuff.
Not okay. They can make some nice stuff occasionally, but in my opinion, that's kind of like exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
And they only really became like decent at animating fairly recently. Like back when in the first Fate Stay Night anime, which I believe was 2006, if I'm not mistaken, that wasn't a good time for their animating prowess.
I would actually, because if the show that I pointed out to you, Simone, that was from 2006, and that was Studio Dean, and I actually really liked that show.
That one's really nice looking.
Yeah.
And also the other thing about it is that in all like Studio Dean stuff, that includes the UBW movie. Rin is more sedate, I guess you could say, in that show. She's more of a kudere instead of a proper tsundere. Here she is the true, genuine tsundere that a lot of visual novel fans and Type Moon fans know her as. So it's but just like anything Type Moon, it's very slow going at the beginning, and it's and if you don't know about the lore,
that's one of the reasons why I never dove into the Type Moon stuff, because it just seems like crazy daunting. Like that's why I haven't seen the what's its face, the Prism Ilia thing, which
Prism
I know is basically.
Prism Ilia, from what I can understand, is supposed to be a bit lighter, but I wouldn't know because I haven't seen it. But honestly, Fate Stay Night is probably a pretty good place to start if you wanted to learn about like the Nasuverse. I would not recommend that for Fate Zero though. Fate Zero is kind of built on like a base of you already knowing.
Yeah.
Okay. So this episode, right? You guys went to New York Comic-Con.
Yep, on Saturday. So, yep, we met each other at the McDonald's that was there, the two-story McDonald's. I actually got there first.
Two-story McDonald's.
Hey, you guys, remember, cosplay is not consent.
Also, it was raining when I got there, and I didn't.
Fortunately, it mostly stopped raining by the time I got there.
Yeah, I mean it's rain. It's not
That sounds like kind of drab though. Hey, it was rainy and we met at McDonald's. That sounds like a bad Valentine's date.
Trust me, it gets better beyond this rather lukewarm romantic comedy bullshit.
So, getting in didn't take as long as you would say?
Fortunately, it did not take as long as I thought, because
there were a lot of people.
Yeah, this time they did a system of where you had to activate your badge before you actually showed up online. So basically, they can just touch them onto the tablets that they had, and you'd just be let in. We didn't have like particularly high hopes initially, because the Javits Center, one of the closest entrances is on 34th, and they basically, the people who worked at the center herded us to like the 39th Street entrance, so we had to walk up a few blocks, and these are Manhattan blocks, so like they're lengthy, and so it wasn't a good initial sign, to say the least, because we were being led back into the backmost entrance, and we were thinking like, oh my god, how long is this fucking line going to be? But it was fortunately, it was all right. It was all good. It was okay.
Since you mentioned that, it's like one idea I had, and it won't be implemented, of course, but the future of anime cons is biometrics. It's just like you know what I mean.
Step up to the retinal scanners.
It's like, or that, or if you want to be fucked up and make it Dojin like, it's like a genital scan, to where like you put your thing in like one of those salon helmets. And it just like makes some weird buzzing noise that sounds like R2-D2.
When you said that, did you say genital scan?
Yes.
So are you talking about spread your cheeks and lift your sack?
You could look at it like that. I was thinking more, okay, pelvic thrust into this helmet-looking thing.
Yeah, I was expecting like Dave Chappelle to like tell me spread your cheeks and lift your sack.
And then it's like, you know, and then it just has everything. It has your name, your blood type, your fetishes. Nah.
Actually, that might be appropriate because they're going to be staring directly into your asshole.
Oh, of course.
And so basically, I would break their computer because of the amount of fetishes.
No, better than that. No, even better than that. They do the cross-anga thing where you're getting probed by like a robotic arm. Okay.
Also, God, that anal robotic fisting. That sounds like
it's like, is this really necessary? No, this is just the fun part of it.
Yeah, that sounds like a Rika dojin. That sounds like one of her dojins.
It's like, how does this have anything to do with picking up your badge? It doesn't. It's just something funny we do.
Yeah, that seriously sounds like one of Rika's dojins. In Haganai.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, it really does. I can see her narrating that.
But anyway, more onto the con. So once we got past the entrance, we managed to make our way inside into the throngs of writhing people, more or less.
The massive humanity.
Yes, the massive humanity.
The smells, man, the smells.
VZ, do you want to pick up?
Yeah. So the first dash was to the Bluefin Tamashii Bluefin, which is basically a distributor for mostly Bandai, but also some other company stuff.
Yeah, they're just the Tamashii Nation display it's always beautiful, and this year it was basically no exception.
Yeah, I saw lots of interesting things.
I've never watched a single episode of any Gundam series, so I don't have that same appreciation for it. But you know what? I still find their wares good to look at, and but VZ, I bet VZ can gush a little bit more than I can.
Yeah. So naturally, I go to where the cashier thing was on you had to be on a line,
right?
And you had to look at what they had. Wow, and see, the thing about going to a cons like this is you kind of have to have an idea of what you want,
Especially since we're doing it on one day, you really have to know.
Yeah, and you kind of have to know how much your stuff costs compared to what.
Right. You got to do a little bit more management.
Okay, I was trying to look for the Robot Tamashii Dragonar, from Dragonar from the 80s robot show.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And they didn't have that, even though it just came out in Japan, because it just came out a couple of days ago. So that's why.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. But they didn't even have the God Gundam Robot Tamashii. That would have been my second place to get. But all right. First thing I got was this thing. This is
that's the fucking
Armor Girls Project Unicorn Gundam.
Yeah.
Now, it's expensive, but it doesn't look like much, but there's a lot of engineering on this. And so, but after that, I looked around a little more, and I saw at first the Wing Zero custom Endless Waltz version, but the box was I don't know, they said damaged or something, and I couldn't see what was. I just saw that the box was open, so that's why I put it down.
It was literal damaged goods. Damaged goods.
Yeah, that's what it said. But then I saw another one, and they said the last one for this, and this one looked fine. So I lucked out, and
Holy shit! It has the feathers.
Yes, and what's great about this is I have on shipping is the robot Damashi of Endless Waltz.
Where's Zex?
of Gundam Wing Wing Zero Custom. And what's great is those wings could go on that figure.
Huh.
So the wings from that can go on the robot Damashi?
Yeah.
Nice.
The guns are the same, by the way, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's the same as that guns. All right, so we did a little more walking, looked around some other dealers. And
this part was the first chapter in the journey of the illustrious journey in VZ and his search for his most beloved of the lollies.
Yeah, I tried to find the Nendoroid Mayoi Hachiguchi, and I was wearing the shirt too of her. By the way,
Have you seen this girl?
Like a fucking
either her or Yuno from Hidamari. Oh, by the way, you were wearing a fedora.
Yes, that was my cosplay. My cosplay, quote unquote, was the fact that I was cosplaying as a fedora wearing scrub lord. So
you gotta get a trilby. You gotta get a trilby to pull that off.
Wait, you said you want me to get a trilby? Wait 1 second.
Oh God.
Okay, Bonus will be back.
Oh boy.
So what else?
I hope this doesn't have a feather in it.
It's gonna be the best if it has a feather in it. So what else did you do?
Okay.
I was actually trying to take off the hat when he was down the stairs. I was like trying to lift it up a bit. Like, oh, you got the.
Actually, yeah. So you want a trilby? Is this
forever tipping
trilby?
it?
Is this a bit more trilby-like?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the hat.
Yeah, but
this shit's old too. It's all covered in cat hair, actually. So.
Nice.
That makes it legit.
You were tempted to get the little My Little Pony like things to put on it.
Yeah, I was seriously tempted to actually get something My Little Pony related, like a badge or like a keychain, and stick it into the brim of my fedora. And this is a real fucking fedora, by the way. This thing costs
that's the for real thing.
Oh, so it's not one of the ones
$50.
It's not one of the ones at like Target. Oh, so it's not one of the ones at like Target or anything.
Yeah.
Somebody's selling one of those nasty fucking neon orange ones.
Ew.
You know what I'm talking about? You see those like
I see
lime
them
colors and shit?
They're disgusting.
Yeah. Who would wear those?
But yeah,
men's MRAs.
But yeah,
I would think they'd at least wear a black or a brown hat.
Yeah, black, brown, gray, something classy.
Yeah, but to go along with my my fedora wearing a scrub lord status, I actually was shit. I can't even keep a straight face for this fucking shit. I was actually wearing a full like 3-piece suit. And,
there you go.
And I was wearing a trench coat to go on top of that, and I was wearing my tie, which I tied into a Pratt knot this time.
Ah.
Well, yeah, the Pratt knot. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Pratt knot.
I'm more of a Windsor.
Did you have a violin
myself.
case?
It's triangular without being too fat, like a proper Windsor. So I kind of like that. So. But
fair enough.
So actually, but if I'm really thinking about it now, if I wanted to be a true fedora wearing scrub lord, I probably should have just wearing a t-shirt like I am right now, and just the jeans and like some sneakers. Not this thing, the trilby that I just threw to the floor.
The welfare fedora. That's what I'm gonna start calling it now.
So I saw Koto Bukiya's booth, and I didn't buy anything there, but I did handle a Kopuchi figure.
How are those?
They're pretty good. The limbs, it was Rika from Chunibyo, by the way.
Ooh.
The limbs pop off a bit too easily. Like I kept popping off the leg and shit. but it looks nice. The joints are nice.
Quit molesting the merchandise.
No, but I was suggesting to them, oh, you should.
Yeah, she was actually taking this shit down. So.
Yeah, I said do Suzu from Love Lab, and then I also said do Yori from Idolmaster, and yeah, she was writing on a card all this. So,
wow. Okay. Taking that back to the company.
Yeah.
And she actually did say if like. Wait, which one was the one that she said if you see this figure, you could say that you're the one who caused it?
It was probably a Yori.
Yeah.
Which I bet would have a much easier time of getting than that would probably get a figure of that, like for that line, than Love Lab, because Love Lab got nothing.
Yeah.
Love Lab came and went.
Actually, she said that. No, wait, it was for Love Live that she said that figures for that are the license apparently is really hard to get a handle on, and I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's because
it's Sunrise.
That's exclusively like Good Smile Company. Well, actually, also, Bandai's been they've been doing they're doing an SH Figure Arts for Hanukkah.
Which I'm a little disappointed for the fact that it's SH Figure Arts.
Yeah, it looks like ass.
I still love the idea of you having that shirt. Have you seen this girl? Oh, you see the little post.
Proves to be. It'll prove to be a good luck later on. I'll explain. So we went around. What was some of the other dealers?
Oh, one thing that was really important was to we went to the before I mention the extra special dealer, which K-Gods you will be very familiar with. We did go to the Funimation booth.
Yeah, yes.
You were looking for something in particular, I believe, and I made like one of my big purchase, my only real big purchase there.
Yeah, they wanted a bit much for Seren Kagura. They didn't have Oni-Eye, and I've asked. I don't know about the if they got. They're not sure right now about the Strike Witches movie. I know they licensed it. They just don't know when.
But as for myself, because
See, the thing about that is I could probably get that stuff online, like for right stuff, really cheap. So that's why I'm not too. Right. like nobody had the Monica movie.
Naturally.
Like I tried to look for Rebellion and.
A lot of people had Sword Art Online though, but not Funimation because it's not Funimation.
Yeah. Well, even though this was much later on at the Image Anime, I looked at I saw they had just the Monogatari second season sets. I took a picture of the Mayoi one.
Huh.
And then I didn't realize at the time, but then when I was re-looking at my pictures, like $75 fucking.
There you go.
Probably like 5 episodes.
Yeah. Roughly, but of course, I made basically my one of my 2 purchases at the Funimation booth. I got the first season of Haganai.
Very nice.
Good call.
The Blu-ray DVD combo pack with the price tag still on it, if you can see it. If the image is not mirrored.
55.
Yeah. So I thought honestly about getting Next, which was 60. But I don't know. It's just something. It might be a little tinge of OCD in me, but I prefer buying. When I'm buying series, I need to buy them in order. It doesn't feel right.
I totally get that.
From what, the beginning, you mean?
Yeah, I need to buy first season, then I need to buy the second season.
Yeah, I totally
Well,
understand.
I like both seasons, so.
No, that's not what he's saying.
But if I'm seeing what season I like better, quite frankly, I like Next slightly more. But I need to buy the first season first. It doesn't feel right otherwise. But
it just doesn't feel right, man.
But yeah, I made a purchase there. But the Funimation booth was rather straightforward. The DVD.
Now we also saw Meteor Blasters. You didn't end up getting Sex Friend, right?
No, I did not.
Because you saw that there. Oh,
because
yeah.
Because I was that was like my
the anime or just somebody at the con.
What a great thing to hear with no context.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The anime or just like some random person at the con.
No, that was actually the actual sex friend would have been the girl in the Cammy cosplay who had a rockin' ass.
There we go.
I saw a lot of people cosplay. Like I must have seen 3 or 4 Zatannas from like DC.
Oh,
actually, yeah.
Let's
take a little bit of an aside, actually, just to talk about the cosplay that we saw.
Cosplay time.
Sure. Okay. I have to ask before we go any further. Did what we just did, is that technically catcalling?
No, she's not here. She ain't here.
Don't think about it too much.
Okay. Here's my one question. And two questions. No, no, one question. Any Flowers of Evil cosplay?
Say what?
Any Flowers of Evil cosplay?
No.
No, I did see.
That's what I thought.
When I left, I did see a Space Dandy.
Not surprised.
Well, no, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, there's those few people still holding out on like Naruto, such.
Hey, more power to them.
Even though it's going to be ending.
Even though it's supposedly going to be ending, I don't believe it until I see it, quite frankly. This shit has been running for too long.
Hey, I mean, there's still people cosplaying Fullmetal Alchemist out there.
We did see some of that.
Show, but let's
go.
go.
Some Attack on Titans.
Naturally.
If I had to name one anime-related cosplay that we saw the most, that was probably
Attack on Titan's always big.
Yeah, Attack on Titan. But I will say, it was a bit more... It was varied, actually. It was like, we didn't see a lot of patterns, quite frankly.
That's the thing about, like, years ago, you saw everyone as, like, the same property.
Yeah, the one year was Italian.
So, yeah, people...
You saw all the Haruhis and,
Yeah.
I wish I was going to cons when we saw all the Haruhis.
Yeah, it actually was pretty varied. Like, we saw, like, a good variety of stuff. And, I didn't see...
some Kill la Kill.
Yeah, I didn't see as much of it as I thought, but I saw a few Ryukos here and there. And also, on that subject, I remember seeing this one girl who was in the nudist beach outfit.
Yeah, I asked to take a picture, but she didn't want to.
She was being modest, but there's only so much modesty that you can possibly have in that costume. So I don't really understand what the point of it would be. So whatever.
Did you see any Supersonicos?
No, I didn't see any.
No, actually,
I didn't see any Monogatari's. No Wild Masters.
Yeah, so none of the stuff that really really makes us hot and bothered, as it were.
Yeah.
All right, time for me to get disappointed. Opate.
Does anyone?
Strike witches.
I don't think the Western fandom remembers Opate.
C3 Boo.
Yeah.
If those things were, don't even bother asking about C3 Boo.
I'm telling you, if I saw an Erica cosplayer, my waifu.
I've seen one once.
Oh, you bastard!
Time.
Was she good?
She was pretty good, yeah.
That's one of those ones where I would have to get in the picture.
I never seen any Hidamari.
Me neither.
I would jump up and down for Hidamari.
Okay. I've got you all beat.
Okay.
I've got you all beat. I've seen a Rin Kokonoha.
Yeah, that's better than the old.
At a small con.
Oh wow, damn.
At a local small con, like what in the fuck?
Who's that from again?
Kodomo no
Jiko. Yeah.
like to the point where I did like a triple take, like.
Okay.
Like huh? What?
Okay.
There
was one like, if I had to say like the most frequent cosplay that I saw was probably be League of Legends related characters. So
see, that I wouldn't even recognize.
So yeah, that's something I would recognize.
There's like 3 characters I'd recognize from that.
All right, now let's get to the one other thing that I bought. Magane. What was that? The place?
But wait a minute. We should before that we should probably explain the context of sex friends before.
Yeah. I'm still wondering about that actually.
Okay. So No, unfortunately, the Cammy was not one of them. Was not my sex friend.
That's
so unfortunate. Because
talking about the hentai sex
because
friend.
because her ass was beautiful. But yeah, there's a hentai by the name of Sex Friends, and
okay. I never seen it, but I know I'm famous.
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, for a lot of people said Bible there are people who say Bible Black's the first hentai they experienced. Sex Friends was the first hentai that I experienced, and for me at least, I say that hentai is the reason why to this day I still find the idea of doing it in a locker to be highly attractive.
See, I don't know what the first if the first hentai I probably seen was Yorosuke Doji.
That's an interesting first.
A lot of people that was their first,
Oh,
yeah, and you were never the same.
Yep.
And not from the hot and bothered standpoint.
Well, first I saw the movie compilation. Then I saw the actual OVA, and it made so much more sense. Oh, by the way, at the Media Blasters table, I did ask about Ladies vs. Butler.
No date yet. No.
They said something like maybe 3 months from now.
Yeah, I don't believe them.
They said screeners or something, but we'll see.
I don't believe them.
Anubis is crying here.
I'm mad.
I also said they need.
I got the gun right here. I'm mad.
They need to get those extras.
Yes, they do.
Listen,
yes, they gotta take that long to make it. They might as well put the extras on there.
Yeah, in fact, they all. If they're gonna take this long, they ought to have the actors and actresses naked too.
Oh, by the way, they say they're gonna release the first Bible Black on Blu-ray.
Okay, I can see that.
Because we needed that on Blu-ray.
Is that cell animated? That was 2D. That was 2D computer, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's gonna look like ass unless they get really some good.
That's a big title though for that area though. So I could see them actually if they give a rat's ass. Okay, I'll just say this. It was a good title at the time.
Yeah.
It kind of set a pretty good standard. To me, it's a little too samey with the body types and stuff, but
I told them about the trouble with that they don't get new hentai. It's like,
well, dude, we know why that shit's going on.
That's what I said to them, because Japanese companies.
But actually, a little aside, there was one cosplay that did make me smile a little bit. There were two girls who were playing as Sharia Barnes and Pascal from Tales of Hearts.
Oh, okay.
Was anybody going as Mundo?
I wish. I fucking wish.
I'll be right back, even though you guys can still chat. I'll need some water.
You need some water.
Mundo goes where he pleases. Yeah, that was actually a big thing as we saw as well. Really was. I mean, technically DZ saw it too, but I noticed a lot of League of Legends cosplay, and including some female crossplay.
There we go.
I didn't notice any male crossplay, and as far as crossplay goes, there was the classic crossplay that never really gets old. The men cosplaying as Sailor Senshi.
Oh yeah. No,
but they were in jeans, so it really wasn't the same effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sort of playing on easy mode.
So okay. Let's get to the one other thing that I bought. What was the name of the dealer? Manga A.
I have no fucking clue.
Okay. They were basically a doujin dealer.
Hendane.
Oh, Hendane. Oh, Hendane. That's what you wanted to talk about.
I wonder if they have a website. I wonder if they have a website.
They do, kinda.
That is the place where I made my other purchase. So this is I've been waiting to talk about.
All right, you go first, Vilnius. Show them what you got.
Okay,
was anybody yelling anything from there?
It wasn't them. it was the people next to the Manga Gamer who were also selling a lot of smut as well.
Yeah,
and they were yelling some interesting shit too. But
yeah, Manga Gamer yells a lot of interesting shit.
But and I'll get to that in a second. But the first thing I asked him was, "Do you have Napata?" And basically, and he told me literally that I was the 27th person to ask after they had already sold out.
Mm-hmm. Not surprised.
Wow. Yeah.
They sold out on Thursday, the day where nothing fucking happens.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if my friend came and bought them all out, because he's really big up on Napata.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if we already had all that shit and didn't need to.
Actually, yeah, we didn't see the Geeky Panda. I didn't see it. So.
No, it wasn't him. It was Chris from Faku.
Oh, okay.
So
the other Chris.
So Hendane.
But yeah, because of that, I have a really bad memory for the artists' names, and that's not specific to that. It's just that I have a bad memory for names in general.
I have kind of crappy memory too.
Same here.
So basically, I was just looking through shit, and I didn't feel like buying a doujin. I wanted an 8 manga, so I was just looking at whatever happened to just look appealing to me, and I ended up getting this.
Okay, wait. Can't. Title. Can't see. Oh.
Wait, the title's right here. There we go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I was about to say.
Now, is that translated or not?
No, it's not. They don't sell anything translated. So,
How does
but
the art inside look?
It looks pretty fucking awesome. It's kind of like it's that sort of like semi punny, like a semi punny plush, and it's it's like very rounded. Everything's kind of like that springy thing where it's like you feel like if you poke it, it'll like
it would jiggle.
Yeah, it would bounce back a little bit.
Boing.
They did have Boshi, which of course they had.
Oh yeah,
naturally.
And Black Dog.
Yeah.
But okay, the guy said, "I bet you like Bakemonogatari," because he was looking at my shirt.
No, I hate it.
Ironically.
Well, I did ask him about the F Salads show bitch.
I doubt they have
and
that.
it's like, yeah, oh no, we could get arrested for having that.
Yeah, exactly.
The bluntness. Yeah, we could get arrested for having that.
You can't in New York. You can't. No, you can't.
Technically speaking, no, it's not illegal in the city of New York. But it's like if the judge has a stick up his ass, or like
exactly.
the judge is getting.
I did look in the Bakemonogatari section, and I was like, okay. But then I saw one that, even though I have these downloaded, I figured let me own one in physical form.
Well, yeah, you always got to.
Yeah, for when the power goes out.
I could show the back. I don't know if I could show the back.
I'm joking.
No, I don't.
Exactly.
Show the back of this. I don't know if I could show the front.
Don't show the front if it has nudity.
Okay.
I just showed the front of that and it had nudity.
Yeah, but we didn't see anything really.
Gegura standard.
There we go.
The one with the really large areolas.
That's awesome right now.
The one. Yeah, the one. The artist that does the really large areolas that I.
No, I don't.
I
don't
told
know
him
my name.
Yeah. Okay. That's the art. Yeah. He's. Pretty much the last episode. Who's your favorite, doujin artist? And I said Gegura because that's the only one I can remember. And yeah, they didn't have any of the other Geguras, but at least that was the only Monogatari one I saw that was. And so, and I don't want to overspend, so I got that.
I would have probably asked if they had Mogudan.
It was a little expensive. It was like $20, but it's all full color.
Oh, and of course a doujin artist that I was thinking of buying that they had, I decided against it was the one that makes the DL series, digital. It's digital.
Oh.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Don't know the name offhand because I'm awful with names. At least.
But as far as like the H manga that I got, the name of it Home is has the dots in it. It's an acronym, and it's an acronym for Habitat of Melting Ecstasy.
There we go.
Hey, that sounds like fun.
Does
So I bought and those are actually my two purchases were Haganai and Smut.
Yeah.
So basically, I just realized that I bought something I bought two things that contain meat.
I had to say, like, even though it doesn't look like I bought much, I pretty much spent the same amount that I did last year.
Yeah, so those expensive hobbies.
Yeah, but I mean, would you say 20 is too much for what I bought, the Dojin, or I mean, it's
20?
full color.
Full color?
Nah.
Pay 25 for that. Shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's not many pages, but again, Gegura.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't really mind paying because I bought a full H manga and it was 30. So I honestly don't mind paying that price for it. And because I'm satisfied with the product.
When you walk up there, I never get tired of buying this kind of stuff because every time is a different experience. It seems like.
Yeah, it's good to just go there just to be around them.
Yeah,
it's fucking
a good
funny.
environment.
Like you just walk up there. Some people are real embarrassed, and you can always tell who they are because they basically are acting like they have trench coats on, and or like walking around like.
You see that guy who just walks up, shows them their ID, and just starts yanking out dojins and flipping through them like Madarame from Genshiken.
Oh, I've done that before.
Oh yeah, that's what I would do.
I was actually wearing a trench coat, and I was like just running.
Yeah, there you go.
And in the meanwhile, I and someone like me just said, "Yeah, do you have Show Bitch by Salad?"
It's like the tier system.
No.
You got tier 1, who's the guy who's like, and he's like standing back from the booth.
He's waiting until there's not a big crowd, so people aren't judging him.
And then you've got like tier 17, which is like, do you have this salad dojin? This very specific salad dojin.
Oh, I saw some nice.
Did I tell you about last year when I can't remember. I can't remember who asked, but they came up and they're like, "No, we don't have scat." like they just flat out say no. And Ane says like, "No, we just don't carry scat."
Oh, is that the one I said?
It's not even a legal thing. It's just that they personally don't like it.
You might be talking about that trilogy of K-On! Dojins.
Yeah, Black Tongue.
No.
Or it might be Black Tongue.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was Tim, and he was jokingly went up and asked.
But they were
some of my favorite. It's funny how some of my favorite dojins, like we said in last show, they unfortunately end up in scat.
Somehow it just ends up with doo-doo.
Doo-doo, yeah.
It might be doo-doo.
Oh, by the way, I saw the Figma at the Good Smile booth. I did see some of the upcoming Figma, including the one I have pre-ordered, Shinobu.
Right.
And yes, I did look. I was taking pictures underneath to see if she had underwear or Band-Aid.
See?
Oh yeah, I pointed that out to you. The fact that I looked at one of the Shinobu figures. It wasn't specifically the Figma, and I looked at underneath the dress and I saw
that's the Fig Fix. Yeah, that was the.
I looked at the Fig Fix and I looked at it underneath and it's like, wait a minute, she's not wearing a Band-Aid.
See, this is the important stuff we need to know about our figures.
Oh yeah,
that's why when I take pictures for Shinikiba, I always take pictures of the butt. It's important.
I can see all of us with like one of those old prison mirrors.
Oh, you told me to take a picture.
like all of us will be sitting there with these like, okay.
Since we were on the back of the display, you told me to take a picture of
the little sister from ALO.
Yeah,
Sword Art Online.
Sword Art Online, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, I'll take a picture.
That was the thing. It's like everyone was looking at the display from the front, and I immediately knew who this girl was. I knew her by name just by looking at her backside, and I was like, It was like, and I was looking at the people, those poor people out in the front of the display, and I was thinking, it's like, you fucking bastards, you poor sons of bitches.
Poor sheep.
Oh my God!
You have the best view in the fucking house, man.
Hey guys, a tangent, but I'm looking at this roster of girlfriend Kari, and some of the Hidamari sketch girls are here in the online, at least for the online game thing. Yeah, that's awesome.
Anime.
Yeah. I'm going to have to inquire about Manga Gamer and what they were yelling.
Oh, so yeah, they were the ones who were yelling, actually yelling interesting stuff on, because I actually
Yowie. Yowie.
Yep.
Yeah, and also
ladies, get your Yowie, ladies.
Yeah, of course. Hendane had their gay pride Yaoi flag. And,
they had that at AX as well.
Which I also asked them about. What is it? I saw some nice. It was like what was it? Villainous. Like remember I saw that and I was asking what was that from? And it was like the girl in the bikini and said, "Oh, it was from an eroge."
Talking about the bed sheets or the Dakimakura covers.
Yeah, it was something like a shit. It wasn't. Well, there was some nice Dakimakura, which I love. One someone put forever.
Yeah, the censoring pages they had on them were fucking hilarious. Like, you know.
Oh yeah, those are always great. Those are always fantastic.
Clever. There was one saying "clever censor guys." There was another one saying with Grumpy Cat on it. And there was another one saying "We must construct additional pylons." I actually asked Manga Gamer how many additional pylons that we must construct, and they said about 12. So.
Yeah, these were like posters from some visual, and I took pictures of those.
But it was Manga Gamer that had the cool shit to say, and their initial their advertising thing where they're yelling to the crowd to come check out our wares is like they were saying like, hey, we have boob wars and more boob wars.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I still don't think that beats "Come and get your butt, love."
or what I heard last year from Hendane, which was "Come get your young boys here." But and another interesting thing, something actually better than that when I heard Manga Gamer say. Well, this was after VZ left because I stayed at the con far longer than VZ did. This was right about when the show floor was basically about to close, so around 7 o'clock at night. And there was like this one person walking around, like, you know, Manga Gamer had, you know, get your boob wars here, as it were. And it was this black guy. I don't know. Okay, I guess it's not particularly important, but whatever. So this guy just walking by, and he's like, and he reels back a little bit, like he visually. It's like he's a little bit, you know, he feels like he's been intruded upon. It's like, and he's being all bashful and shit, like, no, I don't really think so. And actually, no, wait, that's not what he said. He said, you really shouldn't be saying that. And it's like, you know what the girl said back to her behind the booth? Well, then buy it so I don't have to say it anymore.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's called marketing.
Outstanding.
And even better, it's like,
okay.
And then as it goes on, it's like I overhear her saying, it's like, okay, so what about the girl on girl? You like girl on girl, right? We got girl on girl too. You don't have to see the guys.
Oh, by the way, I saw. Speaking of black guys, I saw the Figma for the Roach for Terraformers.
Black people.
Oh, jeez.
How many times I have to tell you that not black people?
But actually, and that guy who was like reeling back and saying like, you shouldn't be saying that out loud. He also said like when he was in response to being told like we have girl on girl too, is that I have a girlfriend, so I really shouldn't be looking at this stuff.
Weak sauce.
That reminds me. No, that reminds me of the freaking. I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but there was a girl sitting next to me at the Faku panel at Kineticon, and her boyfriend got up and left before the panel started, and I'm like, I would expect the reverse to happen, but that's how that event transpired. I'm like, really? That's weird.
Well,
it was cool.
okay.
It was cool. She was a baller. Like before the panel was starting, I was reading Kodomo no Jikan on my tablet, and she looks over and says, "Is that Kodomo no Jikan?" I'm like, "Yes." It's like kindred spirits.
Yeah. Well.
Wait. Okay, God. You were about to say something when I was describing the story of the prude in Manga Gamer?
Yeah, and I can't fucking remember now.
Oh,
okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, panels. We tried to go to the Aniplex.
Tried to.
Did it cost too much?
You were trying.
It was full.
Yeah, but the thing is, we both got like really sidetracked because we were trying to take in. We only had one day, so we were trying to take in the whole fucking show floor basically in the one day that we had, and we both lost track of time. And by the time we got down there, it's like the line was completely full, and they were turning people away because they physically wouldn't be able to hold any more people.
What's that? You're full. You must have a shitty business model.
Ah.
Yeah, but I could tell you. I could tell you from last year though that the Aniplex panel, people were fucking pumped at the Aniplex panel. It's like and that's like occasionally you have like those when you're in the panel rooms and like you could hear like in the panel room next to you like there's like the shouting of like or like that Aniplex panel was one of those panels where that was happening where everyone was like fucking cheering and like everyone was like about to lose their shit.
So, it was a great panel except for the dude talking like he was trying to reach the inner city youth.
So we got online for was it D&D?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I need to preface this beforehand because I had the thought to go to a horrible panel just to give like more vitriol and more material to this, which was the hashtag YesAllGeeks.
Oh man, that
sounds bad, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
That's exactly it. I wanted to go to it because it sounded intentionally bad, and I would have more shit to talk about. But when we missed the Aniplex panel, and I thought to myself, I'm not having the first panel I see in the day be shit. As I can't. But the thing is, it would have been so good because when I read the lineup, it was like bloggers and activists and and people who created hashtags, and I looked at the subject matter. The subject matter, besides saying harassment, also said gaming.
There we go.
These are hashtag blogger activist motherfuckers who want to talk about gaming. What's been happening the last month or so concerning gaming, and I'm wearing a fucking fedora.
That would have been the funniest shit.
And looking back on that, I really should have gone just for the novelty value of that shit, but because I know for a fact they were going to talk about Gamergate.
Of course.
Knew.
Oh, you know it.
But what ended up happening instead was the most grand fucking epic fail on my part. So, and VZ, please explain to them my failure.
So we got on the line for the D&D panel. I figured, all right. I don't. It was like, was it the history of D&D?
Yeah, it was a journalist who wrote like a book concerning like, a history of D&D. It's like where it came from, and it seemed legitimately interesting.
So we got in the room and we found out, and we saw Disney Infinity, which is like their figure.
Oh yeah, Disney Skylanders.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and I was like, oh wait, we
got the wrong panel.
Really?
Yes, I got into the wrong line. I took us into the wrong fucking line.
Wow.
And we got into the wrong fucking panel. And the problem is, is that the D&D thing started the exact same fucking time, so by the time we realized our grievous mistakes, it was too late to get into the other place. So, Anubis, you have that failhorn thing?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. I needed that.
Yeah, so we just, like, we laid down. No, not lay down.
You laid down?
We laid down together.
There's nothing wrong with that.
We're at, like, the end hall of the con, and we just, like, sat around and talked for, like an hour.
About an hour. About an hour, and then VZ left.
Yeah.
And then you went to the techno dance / not rave.
I will say that
and partied with the girl with the hot ass.
Well, hold on. I did see when I went there in the subway on subway platform. I took one last cosplay photo. It was someone dressed as the villain from Powerpuff Girls. Him, aka.
Oh man.
Yeah, done very, very effeminately, and I just.
Him is very, very effeminate.
Yeah. Oh, and I was like,
which saying is done correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of the Power Rangers, when by the Bluefin booth, there was remember that the Power Ranger figure display of like that thing that's that Megazord that basically is God.
Oh yeah, the Ultra Sword. Yeah. I said that was like $300.
Yeah, that thing, and I noted like just like the Methus, like if you look at it from a certain angle, the dragon head coming out looks like a
Brachiosaurus head. Yeah.
Yeah, the Brachiosaurus head looks like a gigantic fucking RoboCock, like standing directing that attention directly facing towards the audience, showing himself as the man that he really is.
It's about to spray its nanobots on you.
And I was trying to tell him the original premise of the Japanese show, where it was basically God and Satan. And I was like, and I was saying,
so the Bible.
I was saying God is a robot. God is a robot made out of robot dinosaurs. That's Power Rangers. That's the original show that Power Rangers was based on.
Yeah, I remember that from Proverbs.
That's what they left out.
I thought that was in New Corinthians. I'm just
or maybe it was Second Kings. I don't remember.
That's how you convert people. Tell them God's made out of robot dinosaurs. You want. I
don't know, man. Dinosaurs are extinct.
But robot, no, specifically.
Robot. That's why we have robot dinosaurs.
Even though two of them, but even though not all of them are dinosaurs, in fact, only some. There's a mammoth. There's a saber-toothed tiger.
I thought you were going to say manatee.
Things that did not even exist in the same era.
Yeah, a triceratops, a tyrannosaurus, a pterodactyl, which technically not a dinosaur. A brachiosaurus and a Godzilla-esque dragon. That's what all they're made of.
So two of these things are like Ice Age. There's only like the remaining of dinosaurs, except for the dragon, which never existed.
So basically, 3 out of the 7 are dinosaurs, because the pterodactyl doesn't count.
So we have a bunch of things that existed, but all like millions of years apart from each other, and one thing that never existed.
Yeah, pretty much.
And one sperm whale.
There we go.
One thing's still alive today, and all of its majestic sperm beauty.
Yeah, of course. Insert joke here about the ocean water being salty.
Insert.
I don't have the insert dropping. Anyway, what happened next?
I think that was it. I mean, I.
That was it. That was it for VZ. I stayed for a few more hours.
Yeah, I figured.
He was still trying to hook up with Cammy.
Hey, I don't blame him.
No, Cammy is my favorite character from Street Fighter.
I did see someone with
I only play one character in Street Fighter 4. There's a reason I only play one character in Street. Well, okay, two. Play two characters.
I did see someone.
It's Cammy and Chun-Li.
I did see someone with nice big thighs on dressed as like an '80s like exerciser.
Oh, you mean like those Buns of Steel videos?
Yeah.
like they used to have on those VHS, you know?
Yeah, and I was like, I wanted to take a picture, but they were going up the stairs, so I
So all you can do is watch.
But staying there, I stayed there for a few more hours. Besides my eternal and now never-ending quest to get that Cammy as my sex friend, because my God, her ass was the only way I could describe her ass was delicious.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, she. But that was the thing. Is like that was the thing that made the cosplay so effective, was the fact that she had the body to match the character.
That's really what a great costume. That's fantastic, and that can really work. But when you have the great costume, and you match the character in a body type sense.
Also, I was stupid by not bringing. I was also not stupid by bringing some juice because blood sugar low.
Yeah,
so I had to
that's
buy
probably
juice
a bad
there.
call as well.
And I had to buy juice there, and yeah, you use your imagination.
That must have cost you $15 trillion.
$4.75.
Wow.
Maybe it was a big bottle.
Might as well have $15 trillion.
Friggin' Aniplex is running that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to give you an idea. Yeah, just to give you an idea of like how fucked up that pricing is like after I left and I went to like the local Rite Aid,
Circle K or whatever.
Like a Dwayne Reed is what I went to, and this is 34th Street and fucking like Broadway in Manhattan. I am like in the center of fucking Manhattan. I go in there and I pay $150 for my drink.
And there you have it.
Yeah. There you have it.
Yeah,
all you need to do is travel a little bit outside the convention center.
Evidence of price gouging.
Yeah, they really do price gouge inside the convention.
That's because they know they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I friggin' Anime Boston. I didn't buy shit at the convention center when I went down to Shaw's, got myself a thing of Clementine oranges, and carried that around in my backpack.
A canteen. Oh.
Wait, a literal bag of Clementine oranges?
Yes.
Really?
A bag of Clementine oranges. And I walked around and I met up with my friends. Hey, you want an orange? And I pointed to my backpack.
And they're just probably they probably at first were just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, speaking of which,
I was like, hey, you want an orange?
Yeah,
they're just looking at you. You mean like an orange drink, or?
Speaking of backpacks, I think next year I'm gonna bring a back. I think
I always do.
Yeah, both of us were on.
Bring bags.
Yeah, both of us were on that because we both have messenger bags. And
I mean, it wasn't heavy. The stuff I brought was pretty light. I put everything in there, but still,
No, the bag itself wasn't physically heavy, but like with the messenger bag, it's on all the weight's on one shoulder, and it's walking around for hours on end, and you're carrying it around for hours on end. It's like it becomes bothersome,
This is the reason I do military cosplay. Like the look and all that, yeah, but the reason is because I have a lot of pockets to put everything in when I do that.
I didn't see any
fashionable and practical.
Yeah. I did not see any Terraformers cosplay.
I doubt you did.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
we didn't even get that Phil Fish cosplay, which a little aside, apparently for even the people of Game Journal Pros don't even particularly like him.
No Fez cosplay.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Cosplay. What are they gonna cosplay as a bad video game?
No, it's a little weird pixel thing.
That the actual character Fez.
Yeah.
Gomez is his name apparently.
Oh.
Whatever.
That can never die because dying is for.
Because dying
is for games that are good.
Dying is mean.
We can't.
So wait,
we can't have hard games.
Dying is an ableist.
Does he get unmotivated or some shit?
It's ableist.
So what, does he get unmotivated, or does he like say like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get a drink? Like what does he do?
I don't know. I don't play bad games.
Exactly. If you're being serious, no, he like falls. Like if you fall down, but you never actually die. You just if you fall down, you just go to like wherever.
So wait,
special place.
I fall down, but so wait, it's literally that kindergartner bullshit of like I may fall down, but I'll always get back up. Is that what you're telling me?
Kinda.
That's a great message to tell kids.
Yeah, it's
no,
like
I'm not saying it's a bad message. I'm just saying it's a little
no. That you'll always get back up.
Remember when you had lives? Remember that?
That's the thing. Like someone.
I never thought I'd be that back in my day, guy. But remember when lives were a thing?
Someone said it's like even though he thinks he's emulating like the Nintendo era type games, except in the Nintendo era games, that shit was really hard.
There were 1, good, and 2, challenging. It's a simulacrum of the Nintendo era.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys had some fun. I mean, you saw some...
Yeah, I mean, I spent a lot, but at the same... And it doesn't look like much, but, it's, like I said, it's the same amount as last year.
But you bought some stuff. You saw some nice cosplay. Apparently, you heard some funny shit, particularly coming from Manga Gamer.
Yeah, with that particular the prude who apparently is he may not be married, but he's definitely got the makings of a henpicked husband.
Yeah, I saw someone as Monica. I took a nice picture of.
There you go.
They were playing Smash, so we had to break her away from the game where she was ponying some news.
I always like when I see a. Usually I come across like a Tifa cosplayer. Usually at least one. Less now, but a couple of years ago they were a lot more in vogue.
I've seen a couple.
I actually didn't even see one. I don't remember seeing one.
But every single one of them were. How do I word this and not sound like a pig? And all of them. All of them had the right body type for it.
Well endowed, yeah. I saw was it Image Anime had all of Gundam Unicorn on Blu-ray.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I have that already. So.
Yeah, they had a lot of those like expensive releases like the Aniplex. No, right. I did specifically ask for Rebellion. They didn't have Rebellion.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so in the hours that, but more on like the time that I was there, but VZ was not. I did for a brief moment. I did end up meeting another friend of mine by the name of for him I'll just call him by his handle of Crazy Kohun.
Oh yeah.
And met up with him briefly, and he was very kind to give me a small bag of potato chips because at that moment in time I hadn't really eaten a real meal that day.
Oh, I wanted to offer Hanacho one of my snacks. I was like, I felt
my pride would not allow me to do that.
I was like, I wanted.
Time.
So what, you wouldn't take an orange?
He didn't have. So he did not have an orange, but I don't know. Maybe I would accept an orange if you
There's
had.
some fun
I'm saying, I'm all for the oranges. I'm gonna start doing that every year.
Basically, at that moment, I was like surviving on 2 microwavable burritos that I had like at 7 in the morning. So,
That sounds disgusting.
They were kind of disgusting, actually, but it was sustenance. That was the important part.
Yeah, some old ass Jack in the Box tacos, just.
But yeah, so I thank Crazy Colboon for the potato chips and the cookie that he gave me. But so I walked around a little bit with him, and I was telling him about the smut that I bought, and I was asking him what should I use my last $20 for, if I should actually get food or if I should get more smut, and he responded to me. I hope you do the right thing. And I told back to him, so you mean buy more smut?
Yeah, that would be my response.
So I actually didn't buy. I actually didn't end up buying either food or the sex friends, which was going to be that other smut that I got. But I'm saving it right now just so I can get Smash 4, which is something I.
Oh yeah, really, there you go.
No.
Is that the one on DS3?
Yes, the 3DS.
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, so I was walking around a little bit with him. There was these people who were selling like the steampunk stuff, and they had these really nice canes, and I was telling him this, because they were like really nice, because like the shaft was kind of like, it looked like, kind of like a.
I knew was having a 9-year-old moment.
The shaft was black. The shaft was black and long.
Damn right.
The shaft was black and long. It was slightly flexible but still firm.
So it was an iPhone.
And it was capped with a big golden head. And I'm being literal about that. It was black and it was long, but it was.
It was black and long.
It was made of fiberglass, though, so it was.
Was Manga Gamer selling it?
No, they weren't, actually. I wouldn't be surprised if they were.
Outstanding.
It was. Oh, shit. It was a steampunky sort of place selling it, and I was saying to him, this would be a good fucking weapon, because like it had a nice heavy brass head on the tip of it, and the woman comes up to me and says, it's stylish and it's a good weapon, and I tell Crazy Govan, see, I told you I was fucking right. This is a good weapon. And so I follow him afterwards. After that whole thing with cocks in the shape of salves and walking canes, I walked down to him to the artist alley, which is on the absolute end of the convention center. Like the convention center starts on I believe 32nd, and the artist alley is at 40th, so it's far down.
Wow. Oh, by the way, you tried looking for the Figma Asuna?
Oh God, that. Oh
yeah.
God.
Yeah,
that. VZ has his eternal quest to see his most beloved waifu lolly. I have the
Figma of Mayoi, but I figured, you know what? I don't want to become like a giant Nendoroid collector, but there's just a couple that I do want, just because of their character.
So that was my eternal quest to see. I wouldn't call Asuna my waifu, but she's in my harem of potential waifus that I use and abuse, and whenever I tend to feel like it. Yes, I have a harem of waifu. I don't believe in the concept of a band has only one waifu. This is blasphemous. That's blasphemous.
You're not what's that? You're not Nissan.
He's an Ani Mormon.
Yeah, that's blasphemous. I do not believe that. That's not part of my religion and my personal beliefs.
You're not Nissan.
Yeah, I'm not.
Nissan is.
Yeah, okay. I'm not. But yeah, so. I can't seem to find Figma Asuna anywhere. Like the figure at this point is like a year old.
I'll see. Maybe I might find it somewhere.
So hopefully, thanks to SAO's popularity, it might get re-released. I'm really hoping that it will. But in the meantime, I'm probably gonna get one of the things that was previewed in the GSC booth, which was the Figma Shinon, which is the female lead of Gun Gale on the second season.
The sniper girl.
Yeah, the sniper girl. She comes, of course, with her card.
Naturally.
Oh yeah. I saw. Did you pre-order her or?
Yeah, I did. I haven't done that yet, so.
And I also told you they're gonna do. There's no release date, but probably definitely next year they're gonna do Miki from the Idolmaster.
Yeah, she's definitely the girl that I'm most interested in owning. It's like I saw the ability to own Chihaya, and I mean I don't hate Chihaya by any means. She's not technically my favorite. I mean I loved her little story arc in the show, but Miki's my favorite.
Which I love that. I love in the movie they did another her saying her flat chest. It was just for a second though, because she bumps into Sukune. Not Sukune. Not Sukune. Who's the shit? The one with the white hair.
Takane, I think.
Takane. That's it. That's it. Yeah, she bumps into her like they were in the bathhouse with the towel, and she bumps and Chihaya bumps into her, like, and then she does like the,
Okay, with that, I think we need to come up on our break.
Yeah.
No, wait. There's actually one. Unfortunately, though, it's like we've been dragging this out a bit long, but.
We're gonna come back. I mean.
Okay.
It's a Gaiden episode. We can do as long as we want.
Okay, never mind.
Is it a goddamn? Is it a goddamn?
It's a goddamn Gaiden episode.
Goddamn.
Anyway, go ahead with your one thing, then we'll go to the break.
Honestly, like I actually did end up going to a panel. That's the thing, and we might as well wait for the break because the next one. Nice. So, because I actually did go to a panel. So
cool.
Let's go to a break before we talk about panel stuff.
Yeah. I'm afraid of what it is, though.
So then that's the break. Keep it right here on NTR Radio.
NTR Radio!
Eastside Javelins.
Turn it up.
Balance formation.
Niggas with shurikens.
I'm looking at this H manga and I'm loving it more every second that I look at it. It's mesmerizing, actually.
Cool. Yeah, I will later on maybe post what the cover of my thing looks like. I just can't post. I just can't show it here because it's
actually, while you're at it, you might as well just show all the pictures that you took, considering the fact that you basically took pictures for both of us. I didn't take any pictures.
Oh yeah. No. But I'm saying I didn't. I'm talking about the manga I bought.
Yeah. But I'm actually kind of can't believe the fact that like we all had that. Wait, I just got a text. I just got a Skype notification from Crazy Kobo, and apparently I was mentioned by Cubey the Third.
Yeah, you were.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, we'll be right back. Let me just get the music track up.
Need to get the mail up too in case we have any.
We do. We have one.
Come on, guys.
I'm being a trooper for Anubis. For Villainous, and I'm actually seeing if they have a Suna for you on this site called Angles. I'm actually because they have a couple of like older Figma here. Do you specifically know the number?
Honestly, I do not.
Alright, I figured. Oh, shit. Wow, they got a bunch of older ones here. Yeah. Those Avengers ones were really expensive though.
Oh yeah, they were way too expensive, quite frankly, for what they were. I mean, sure, they were die cast.
No, those weren't die cast. Those die cast ones were something else.
I think that those were partial, or at least partially die cast. Even the Figma.
No, not the Figma. No, I would have known. No, they're not die cast. I would have heard about if they're die cast. They're just
at least if they were partially die cast, and that would explain the price. It's $90 for like.
Well, that's just Image Anime. That's Image Anime's scalper price. You know, dude, I paid last year. Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. I bought. So, okay, guess what? I remembered last year I did spend way more than this year. Because I remembered, I forgot I bought Figma, what's her face? Sejuhara.
Senjukuhara.
Yeah.
Senjukuhara.
Yeah, from Bakemonogatari.
Yeah, didn't you pay like 70 for that? I remember.
Yeah, 60, because it was like one that I didn't get in the beginning. So I'm like, oh, let me get her, add her before,
Right. But yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, I'll shut up. But yes, Image Anime is basically. I always hear that guy that stares an ass. The guy that you might have seen, he had dyed blue hair. The Asian.
Yeah, I kind of remember him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, though to be honest, I don't really remember much of the people behind the booth except for Hendane and Manga Gamer. Those people are always fucking awesome.
Yeah, well, they're just so happy to do what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know, if I was selling smut like them, I'd be pretty fucking happy.
I'd probably be happy too.
Well, I mean, like for instance, last year when I had that conversation with him about Buzz Aldrin punching that dude out, like that is the most bizarre thing to be talking about. Just just random shit that you're buying porn from.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I also saw the Blu-ray for the show Nakame.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I had to tell Hanacha, it's the one with the breast implants.
Oh yeah, the silicone Sean.
Yeah, even though she's not one of the major characters, but I wish she was. I wish the light novel author would make a spin-off just all on that character. And 4chan really liked him.
Yeah, is it because like there are those images where it's like you can see the implants kind of going in different directions?
Yeah, they're just like.
All right, ready to come back?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And 3, 2. Welcome back to NTR Radio. Villainous Sinatra is going to tell us about a panel. Go.
All right, so it's getting to be at this point. It's getting to be almost like 5 or 6 o'clock, and I was thinking it's like I knew that I was going to be on this broadcast of NTR Radio, and I was thinking it's like, fuck, I need to go to at least one panel. I need to go to at least one to like talk about one panel that I went to, and I see what was basically up at the time, and I see that hey, the ANN panel is still open.
Oh boy!
Oh no!
I think we need the music from Kill Bill. The one that goes.
No.
Yeah.
We need that music from that '70s porn soundtrack. Remember it was like Pimp Fight or something like that.
But okay,
so continue.
Unfortunately, it wasn't going to be as good in quotation marks as I thought as it is, because I knew in advance that Zach Birchie was not going to be there, and that's actually the reason why I at first decided not to go, because it wasn't going to be as juicy as I wanted it to be without Zach being present.
So no pie throwing.
No pie throwing.
No mentioning of horses.
Yeah, that was the other thing. When I was with VZ earlier, I was saying like if Birchie was there, or if Zach Bitchie was there, I would go to the mic and ask him questions, saying it's like, is it not true that you engage in bestiality regularly? Is it or is it not true that you cannot satisfy your horse? Is it or is it not true that you accepted sloppy seconds from a horse?
So you have this horse get on top of you because.
But yeah, so I couldn't do that. But you know what? I'm gonna just say it straight up. That panel was a pile of hot garbage.
What did they talk about?
This is an R.L. Stein book.
What did they talk about? For like
that was exactly it. They talked about jack fucking shit. That panel was a hot mess. Nothing fucking happened. You know why nothing fucking happened? Because there was one person there.
Really?
One.
Who was the person?
One of the publishers of the site.
Did people at least like try your best? What did they talk about? What were the questions?
No, I need to go in order here.
Okay. All right.
So I'm waiting. I get there early this time to wait online. I'm sitting on the fucking hard concrete floor, and we get told to move in there. Lo and behold, I see one fucking person on that stand. When I see like 4 mics, I see 4 mics, and I see one person, and then
everyone bailed.
And then he goes up. The guy who was there explains, saying like, "Hey, we had something really cool to show you guys, but then the other." I don't fucking know who else was going to be there. The other people like had some family matters to attend to, and now I don't have anything to show you more. That was basically the point. So it's like, fine.
Wow.
Family matters aside, it's like they couldn't fucking email you the file or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't have a copy on a flash drive. What's going on?
Like you couldn't do anything about this. It's like, so like basically. He had jack shit to show us, and then the only thing of value that I use value in quotation marks here, was to talk about apparently a new subscription system that they were going to introduce into the site. And
that's what we care about.
Yeah, exactly. And basically he gave some interesting numbers though about the subscription system, because apparently it's not very well liked, the subscription system. Huh. And he was saying that, he asked, anyone who was part of the subscription system to, raise their hand to indicate who they were, and like one person raised his hand, and he actually said, "Wow, that's actually more than it should be."
Wow.
And because he was saying that apparently ANN gets around, I forget if it was 2 or 4 million clicks a month about. And he said there are 200 at most active subscribers. So basically he was saying that of the size of the crowd, there should be a quarter of a person who is subscribed.
I love when we're dealing with people in terms of proportions.
Yeah, it would. So we're talking about just like the left leg and like part of a thigh and a little bit of scrotum, like it's just like hanging off the side. I want to know,
is ANN gonna even bother to do a write-up for this? Because of,
I doubt it.
And even better is the fact that this guy, like, I don't know what was up with the sound system, but he was like on top of the fucking mic. And
filleting the microphone?
Yeah, he was filleting the microphone to even be heard. And like apparently some really exciting shit was happening like both to the right and to the left of us. And like he could not be heard over the sounds of their cries of adulation.
Everyone's like, we should have gone to one of these panels. I might
Stan Lee's in the other room?
Yeah, exactly. It's like
I don't even read Marvel comics. That would have been more interesting. And so, like, basically because he has nothing to show us, because he didn't come prepared with a fucking flash drive or get sent an email that has a file attachment to it, because, that would take work. No,
I'll just sit on a flashlight and spin around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so he immediately takes it to questions. And this is the thing where it's like, at this point, like, everyone was being quiet, but now everyone's, talking amongst themselves like it's a noisy classroom.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is the part where I realized that this guy is a horrible fucking MC, because at no point during this entire time that I bothered to say, I left early, by the way, does he bother to quiet everyone down.
Of course
so
not.
He's a shitty MC on top of everything. So, like, I can't even hear the people asking questions. And he's just giving answers without context from what I can hear. So it's like, from whatever little point there was beforehand, this became entirely fucking pointless.
Wow.
And so what was the exact moment that I left? Someone who was walking up to answer the questions bumped into the spotlight.
Wow.
And the spotlight swung from the projector screen directly onto the line of people, and no one bothered to fix it.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck it. This shit has gone. This is horrible. This is abjectly horrible. This is objectively bad. Like there was no saving it. It was bad on top of bad on top of worse, this panel. Like when you have people who had to be absent but who couldn't leave behind their work. One guy who's like a shitty MC who can't even quiet down the crowd, on top of the fact that it's a noisy setting already with like really thin walls. And then you have the person bumping into the fucking spotlight, and it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, that panel was so bad. And I thought it was going to be bad. I thought it was only going to be really bad if Zach was there. Zach wasn't even there, and it was bad for an entirely different reason.
I would have known if Zach was there. I would have heard about it before.
No, I knew that Zach wasn't going to be there. I knew already that he wasn't going to be there. And it was bad regardless. It was bad despite Zach not being there.
It was bad despite the fan service.
Exactly.
Fan service.
Yeah, we got no fan service there.
I hope we're not talking about Zach and fan service in the same context here.
Actually, speaking of fan service, the only thing that was worthwhile about that panel was someone cross-playing as Chie from Persona 4.
There we go.
Excellent.
And someone actually said to him, "You're a rather manly Chie," and he was like, "It's all the steak." It's all the steak.
Is that really what they said?
Yeah, he said it's all the steak. And one more thing before my con recounting experience is over. There was one person there selling airsoft guns, and I had to ask him what is the legality of this stuff in the city?
Yeah, because New York, airsoft is like totally off.
It's not really a thing in this city. I could say that much. But so from what I understand,
and only the 5 boroughs in Long Island
it literally is just the city of New York. It's not even the state. It's just the city. Just these 5 boroughs. So I was asking him. Apparently, yes, they are legal to own. They cannot be out in the open at any point for any reason. Otherwise, if you get seen with that, cops will draw their guns.
Yeah, they're going to assume it's a real gun.
And apparently, no vendor or seller based within the 5 boroughs can sell them. People from outside of the 5 boroughs, you can buy. People who are based, say, in New Jersey, can sell them in New York, which is interesting. But if you're based in New York, you can't sell them in New York. Because the guy who was selling them got around it because he was from California.
Mm.
So apparently that's the legality of it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's basically it. Because that was me. Afterwards, I was riding home on the train, and I basically looked drunk because at that point I had so little calories in my body.
Okay. We have mail.
Yes, we do. Give me a second.
Incoming message.
Indeed.
Incoming message.
This one's coming in from Jekyll Geek.
Hello,
NTR pals. I have more questions for you. Number 1. Who are your favorite characters in Muse Love Live?
Ooh. You guys.
Wow, that's powerful.
I know neither you haven't seen any you haven't seen any you haven't seen any of the show K-Gods?
Yeah, I can't really answer this one very well.
I haven't finished it, but I can tell you who I think is the cutest.
I guess because they're if I had to pick one, it would probably be Maki, which is the one with the red hair, upturned eyes, and still rich tsundere girl. Fan service wise, I forgot her name. Oh, Jesus, my mind just went blank.
Yeah, don't ask me, because I'm about to describe a girl to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what? Before you do that, why don't I just search
Nozomi, the one with the largest chest and
yeah.
Okay, good, because that was the one I was about to say.
With the long blue hair.
Yep, her.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did watch this, and as far as like personality goes, my favorite would probably be Nico, just because I love.
Yeah, Nico is pretty funny. Nico is pretty. Yeah.
Like she just for her like her she's the only one of the group who kind of like you don't know the troubles of show business kind of attitude. But
yeah, she does the Akira of from like Lucky. She does Akira from Lucky Star type of thing where she puts on the cute Zono.
Yeah, but in reality, she's kind of always a little bit beleaguered, as it were. And
yeah.
She's really snarky, as it were. I like her personality, but as far as like body goes, I would give it more to Eddie or Maki.
Yeah, I also like Hanayo, who's the shy one.
Oh yeah, I also really like Hanayo too.
Yeah, and I guess Hanukkah because she's the really energetic main girl.
Okay, slightly off topic, actually a lot off topic, but I just realized that somebody in my feed is using the name, the handle "Stick It In Me Oni-chan." Wow.
Oh man.
Like I don't know what to say to that.
Bump bro fist.
That's fucking awesome, right?
Bro fist.
And there's another one at Sadistic Loli.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Now you can see internet bro fist.
Anyway, second question. Have any of you seen
Mission failed.
Have any of you seen All Noah Zero?
I've heard of it.
The first half, and is possibly the best mecha show I've seen in years. Haven't seen it yet.
I heard of it.
I'm not done with it, but I am watching it.
I wouldn't have seen it because I'm not into mecha like that.
But you might be interested in seeing New Orleans get blasted.
Oh, it's that.
I think New Orleans already got blasted. What? So
too soon.
Too soon, man.
And besides, it's already below sea level, so isn't it kind of craterous already?
My trigger warnings.
The thing is, though, the anime didn't have anybody running off with wheelbarrows full of Heineken.
my trigger warnings. My trigger warnings.
Speaking of which, there actually
trigger warning, water.
Speaking of which, there actually was a panel called Trigger Warning by Adi Shekhar, I believe.
Who?
Adi. Fuck.
He's just abusing those sound effects this time around.
I'm making up for lost time.
Adi Shankar.
Who is that?
Let's see. I am.
Last name sounds like Indian.
Yeah, it sounds like.
He did the remake of Dread.
I like that movie. That movie's great. I like the original too, but for different reasons. I just like that in the.
Dark Judges, Walk Among the Tombstones, The Voices, Lone Survivor, Venom, Truth and Journalism, Broken City. Good. So yeah, it's like bloody violent stuff, as it were.
Okay.
So he was.
My next question: why should I care what this person has to say about trigger warnings?
He wasn't actually talking about trigger warnings. He was just talking about the process that he uses to make movies, and it was just using the term trigger warning just cause. Basically because, he makes a lot of violent movies, so I think he was using it semi-ironically.
Okay, yeah. I guess that's fine.
I'd make a violent movie for trigger warnings.
Yeah, I saw someone wearing a New World Order shirt, and for a second I thought it was the Anime World Order.
No, I'm pretty sure they were just wrestling fans.
I saw years ago someone wear an AWO shirt.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it for the questions.
Oh, okay.
Which then I said to Hanacha, we really got to get those NTR shirts out there.
Yeah, and I said back to you, it's like at least if it was the Anime World Order, we know immediately that person had poor taste.
Yeah, and
it's a good podcast. I just don't agree with most of the things they say a lot of the time. It's not a bad podcast.
Oh no, certainly not.
Moe's a lie. Which he said in that book, by the way. What we talked about last time.
Yeah,
you mentioned Daryl. So,
yeah, the only thing I got out of that was more kind of a how do I word this? Kind of a butthurt. Get the cute out of my Chinese cartoons.
Because I read that article that Gombrich was talking about in the book in that Otaku USA issue, and that was what really started me on the whole Moe thing. If we were to pin it down to one specific event, that's what started it. Anyway, that's the show. The email address is ntrradio@gmail.com. The website is sheslostcontrol.net/podcast. Check out Otaku Midnight. They're the other podcast on She's Lost Control Media. They're really good. Villainous Hanacha had a blog at some point.
I still technically have it, but it's...
Still technically has a blog. Hasn't posted in like 18 years.
That might actually be about right. It still exists. It's Fuck! I actually just forgot the name of my own fucking blog. That's really fucking.
You haven't posted on your blog for so long that you forgot the name of your own blog.
Alzheimer's kicking in early.
Okay, it just came back to me. Thanks to the Alzheimer's went away for a second. A Villainous Jasmine Tea at WordPress.com.
So check out his stuff. It's also really good. Check out Shinakiba Anime Goods. I posted
buy Anubis.
Buy
Anubis's Armor Girl Project Strike Witches.
And also the other figures I put up last week, I think.
Oh, by the way, did you get the Erica?
No, I didn't have money for that at that point.
Because the sale stopped, but at least they probably still have it. Which means they'll probably do more sale for that in the future.
Other than that, I'm Tom Forster Anubis.
Oh, I'm K-Gods.
Snuck up on you with that, didn't you?
Forgot my own name. I'm VZ Mark II.
And I am he who is cooler than the polar bear's toenails. The Villainous Hanacha. You!
And even though we don't get sex friend every time we say it, this is NTR Radio.
Nice.